little bit, hit a little bit. Hey guys, what up? How are you doing? It's your girl Emem back with another video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So today I decided to do a video on my foundation routine. So basically my base makeup routine, like what I do just like for my base makeups, like the foundation, like contouring and concealer, all that part of the makeup. And so I just want to show you guys my flawless foundation routine because I've kind of changed up the way that I do stuff, and it's really been working for me these days, and like I get better, like more flawless makeup. To start off everything, my skin is moisturized. I use the Body Shop aloe vera day cream. That's honestly what I use usually, like every single day as my face moisturizer. I like it. It's not oily, it's not like anything, and naturally I don't have very oily skin. I get oily around my nose a little bit, but I don't naturally have very oily skin, thankfully. So I usually start off with the Fenty Beauty primer. This is the True Matte Pro Filter primer. This is what I've been using for a while now. I like it. The first time I used it, my makeup was so like, it was a whole change for me because I never really used primer in the past, and so this is what I've been liking and been using recently. So for primer, I usually just like pump some on my finger right there and just like rub it up in my fingers, and you just go in. Like I usually just go in with my hand and just like rub it on my face just like a moisturizer, making sure that I'm getting every part of my face done. So primer is definitely very important for me because like it really holds back any oils I have on my face, making sure, especially around my nose. I usually try to put a good amount around my nose just to make sure that I'm holding back any oils. Specifically this one, it's called True Matte, so it's very matte. Like it's not sticky at all. It's just like when you have it on your face, it just feels like this. Literally, it's like my hand can just like slide. It's just very matte and very like finished. And then I go in with foundation. Foundation I use is also Fenty Beauty. I use the Pro Filter foundation in the shade 450, I believe. Yes, this is 450. I've used this for a while. This is what works out for me. I have kind of red undertone, and so I try to figure out how to match my foundation to my undertone, because I think that's very important. So a lot of times when your foundation doesn't match your skin, it's usually because the undertones don't match, and so it really blends in with my skin. So to apply my foundation, I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I like to go in with a brush. So I usually used to use the the beauty blender, like the sponges, but then that literally just takes up all your makeup. Like it literally will just like soak up all your makeup, so it really wastes foundation. And so I decided to start using brushes. I actually found, I think I learned this from Alyssa Ashley, from one of her older videos where she just started using brushes instead, and so she talked about that whole thing. And so it really made sense because I noticed that every time I wash my sponge, there's like so much foundation just pouring out because like you're basically wasting your foundation. So I started using a brush. I'm going to take some of the makeup and just like put dots on my face, and then I just go in with the brush and just start to like smooth it out. I really like the finish that it gives. It's just very smooth. So I'm done putting the makeup all over my face. As you can see, it's very like nice and like a good layer, and that was only 2 pumps of foundation, you know. So a lot of times when I use my sponge, I like pump and then go and then pump again and then go, but like this is only 2 pumps of foundation on the back of my hand, and I was able to use my brush to blend it all over my face, and as you can see, like it really blended well into my skin. And then the next thing I go in with is definitely concealer. I think this is the right one. Yes, is a concealer. I also use the Fenty Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 450 as well, so I matched my concealer to my foundation. I just think that's a really good like concept that they did. The way I apply my concealer is as usual. It's just like right under the eyes, on this side as well. As you can see, it's like the perfect shade for a concealer for my skin tone. And that's one thing that I've definitely spent time in doing, making sure that I'm getting the right like shade, because I'm not trying to be out here with like a face that's lighter than my body, you know, like or darker than my body. Like I like that. I like when my makeup looks natural and like blends into my skin, and so that's something that that's very important to me. Like I want my skin to just like look, my makeup's just look like my skin. I also put some concealer on my forehead as well. a little bit on my chin. So now I'm just gonna allow it to dry. It's something that I learned from Aisha Ashley, who learned it from Jackie Aina. So you know, we're all learning from each other. Like I love watching makeup gurus. I'm not a makeup guru. I'm just someone who likes makeup and does makeup from time to time. But I just love watching them. You really learn a lot from watching like makeup artists and gurus do their work. So I definitely would, if you want to learn more about makeup, definitely watch YouTubers, watch me when I do my occasional makeup videos, the occasional ones. But definitely watch people who do that because you really like learn a lot of good tips. I'm just going to allow my concealer to dry a little bit, hit a little bit. I'm not going to go in with my beauty sponge. I get this from Amazon. I don't know what brand it is specifically. I don't remember because I threw away the pack, but I usually get it from Amazon. So I'm just going to use that and start to blend the concealer in. One thing that I like to make sure is that I don't have like a harsh line like just under my eye, because that's very not nice. So I make sure that I'm blending it in this way and not just like doing this. I also like to put my concealer over my eyelid. Sometimes like the area around my mouth will be darker than my other side parts of my face. And so something I also learned from Alyssa Ashley and Jackie Aina and everything is to bring the concealer down here as well, so you don't have to put more concealer, but like just blend it down into under your nose like this. Yeah, as you can see, this is like so easy to blend in because the concealer is already dry and like it's just like there. So when you're blending it in, it's not like just like smearing around. It's just like it stays wherever you put it. And so that's why I like the whole idea of letting your concealer dry a little bit before you start to blend it. Yeah, that is my foundation and concealer. As you can see, everything just melts into my face. That's one thing I love about the way I do my makeup now, because I love the natural look. That's what I always strive for whenever I do my makeup. So now it's time to contour. To contour, I use another Fenty Beauty concealer. It's the same concealer pro filter concealer, but it's in the very dark shade of 498. So this is what works for me. This is what is dark enough to contour my face. I love my chocolate skin. I think it's one of the darkest shades in the Fenty Beauty line. One thing I love about Fenty Beauty like concealer is I love the little brush thing that they have. It's so easy to use. I just go in here and I just draw a line where my cheekbone should be. I don't bring it all the way down here, because when people bring their concealers, all their contour, whatever, and they bring it all the way down here and make a whole line, and I don't think that's pretty. So I usually just do it on this side, and also I do it down here. And just like the other concealer, I allow this one to also dry and set for a while before I start to blend it. So I'm going to go back with my sponge and just blend this in right here. As you can see, as I said, I don't take it all the way down here. I kind of just keep it in this area. And then for my nose, I just like to easily just take that in like a straight line, so blend it out like that in the straight line. So that's the basics of what I do from my base routine and like my foundation routine. As you can see, it's very natural and very clear. And then for sure, very importantly, setting spray that I've been using recently is the Urban Decay Dislick Makeup Setting Spray. So I'm just gonna let that dry. As you can see, it's a lot. And something that I also learned from Aisha Ashley again is to basically just press the setting spray into my skin, just like that. And so yeah, that's my foundation routine. Once my setting spray dries, it's very flawless, it's very like smooth, and I just love how it looks. Alright, so I went ahead and wore some mascara, did my eyebrows, wore some lip gloss. That is basically what I do for my foundation base makeup routine. And then I just finish it up however I want to finish it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned some stuff from it. I definitely advise just like watching makeup videos, watching makeup gurus, and getting some tips and stuff like that, because those little things really add to how your makeup looks and how your makeup turns out. So definitely pay attention to those little things. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed chatting with me and just like me sitting down and talking to y'all. I know I talk a lot, I talk too much, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Have an amazing day. I love you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and strength.